walk, baby. That thong. 3, 2. Okay, that was so forced. Hey guys, welcome back to another video with your girl Haddy Jeng. Unfortunately, last one's was a bit of a downer, a bit depressing, a bit sad, but we're going to uplift things in today's video when I'm going to give you some advice on how to prepare for university. So welcome to Haddy's survival guide for university. Today, right, we're gonna kickstart things with a bit of a cool, quirky and easy video when I'm gonna tell you what you should bring to university. This varies for a lot of people, okay? I've been scouring YouTube, listening to other people's recommendations in case I forgot any of the ones that I wanted to put down, and you know, a lot of people's ones are very different, and depending on how you travel to university will affect what you can bring and what you can't bring. Your girl here, right, when she went to university, how did she go up? You thought I was fine, catching flights, not feelings? Yo, no. Your girl caught a coach. Let's deep this for a second. London is here. Scotland is all the way up there. How long did the coach take? 9 freaking hours. Yes, I had to catch an overnight coach because that's how bad it was, all right? And so I was very limited to what I could bring. Your girl ain't rich, she ain't got them coins, so she had to, you know, do her thing so she can make sure that she got into university on time. Some of the things, obviously, you might be able to bring up with you. Some I recommend to leave until you arrive at university. Here are 10 things that you should bring to university. Number 1, yo, people think I'm actually joking when I say this, and yo, Imsmo said it best. Bring them your seasoning. Right, you think I'm actually just joking around? No guys, especially for all you coloured folk out there, you people who, you know, used to mommy cooking in the kitchen with all them spices and herbs and stuff like that. Yo, remember to bring your seasoning. Things like Maggi cubes, jumbo, if there's some what's the name, pepper. I was about to say canny, but you know, you guys aren't all Gambian, so, but bring all the seasoning that you need. Deep it. Salt and pepper is not enough. No. Yo, this one day my seasoning ran out and I thought, oh, I can just use, you know, just like a flavouring sachet or whatever. I used that, put it in, tried to eat it by itself. There's a reason why these things cost 20-something in Lidl. You really ain't cut out for the bland life, girl. So please bring them your seasoning, bring them home cooked meals. When you're at university, right, you think you have time to be doing chef up in the kitchen. Yo, we all did that whole, oh, I'm gonna start watching these YouTube videos about how to store my fridge, I'm gonna live that healthy life, you know, hashtag flat tummy. Yo, we thought we were on it, right? But then you get to university and you're like, oh my gosh, I've got no time. Most of the time you're banging out takeaways and stuff, and so you don't have time to actually cook. Well, if you can, cook your food at home and then bring it up with you, so you've got like bags of food. But make sure, if you can, and bear in mind if you have fridge or freezer space to do that. Another thing that we often forget are like the healthcare necessities in the bathroom. And like, yo, don't come for me because I'm a clean person. I know how to take care of myself. But right, when you move up, sometimes you might forget to buy things like your toothbrushes, your toothpaste. You know what's the worst? Toilet roll. You be like, where the toilet roll? And you're like, raw. So these people don't give you toilet roll, so I gotta get it myself. Okay. Something else that a lot of us forget, and something that I realized that I needed a lot, was kitchen roll. And yo, like, people think I'm being extra. I'm not being extra. Bare times I'll be in the kitchen, yeah, and I'm a messy person. So I'll be in the kitchen and I'll be making food, whatever, and I spill something on the counter. Yo, kitchen roll was helpful. You just get that kitchen roll and you just wipe it, put it in the bin. You know what I mean? But there are too many times where when I was in my accommodation, right, I'd go in, make the spillage, and I'd be like, "Rah, where the kitchen roll at?" Because at home I'm used to it always being there. So it's weird because at university, you know, all the things that you take for granted, you realize how much you've taken for granted when you get there because they're not there. Things like kitchen roll and toilet roll, obviously you can leave until you arrive there, especially like me. If you're catching a coach and you're taking them long distances over, you don't have a lot of space to be, or a lot of luggage at least, to be carrying, especially if you're catching flights, like, guys, you know. Yeah. Another thing, yo, that I realized that was really important for me was washing up gloves. And you guys think I'm being really random with this list, but honestly, like, these are things which I've realized when I was at uni. I don't know about you guys, but at home I always wash up with washing up gloves. Like, it's a must. Like, my mum, yeah, from time when we were younger, she was always like, don't wash with your hands because, you know, you can ruin up your skin, get your skin all rough and stuff. And that's when my hands are nice and smooth. And so it's gotten to the point where if I don't wear gloves, it feels really weird. I feel like dirty by touching the water and the soap just all like that. And like, no, I'm not trying to be prestigious or anything like that. No, honestly, it just feels weird. On top of that as well, if, like most people, you're sharing your kitchen, right? Some people can be very disgusting, let's just be honest. Some people, when you're going to wash up your dishes, their dishes are there with all their food and stuff like that and all that disgustingness. No, I'm not about to put my bare hands into that grub. So let me keep my gloves on and keep myself protected for sanity. The things you see in these kitchens, protection is better. Thank you. Another thing, yeah, which you guys don't appreciate and will appreciate, are portable speakers. Now, a lot of the time at uni, you're gonna have parties or pre's or all that kind of jazz, right? And a portable speaker comes in so freaking handy. We love our phones, but they're not loud enough. The speakers are not loud enough, especially in a room of rowdy teenagers and young adults. So make sure you've got those portable speakers, because guarantee, guys, you will be rated and people will love you. One great thing to bring as well is playing cards, because playing cards, especially during pre's, are just so helpful. But not even just pre's, even if you wanted to like have a day in with your flatmates and you just wanted to chill, get to know each other, playing cards is lit. I play cards with my brothers all the time and it can get super competitive, and I would definitely recommend that you get some playing cards so you can, you know, play with your friends. This is definitely one for all my coach ones out there who's catching your coach up to Scotland. Good luck to you guys. But IKEA bags, they are actually so handy, right? And they're really, really cheap. Like, I actually bought too many IKEA bags, so I'm gonna give some to my brother. But they're so handy because they're massive. They can hold a lot of stuff in, and they're really durable. I think that's the word. And so you can put quite a lot in, and the bag will still be good to go. Some people, like, because obviously I'm living a broke student life, but people will be doing laundry, right? And, you know, I will have to transport things from my laundry basket into the laundry machine, and I'll just use my IKEA bags because it's helpful. They're multi-purpose. You can use them for different things. So make sure you keep an eye out for them big blue bags, because they're really helpful, especially when it comes to transporting things. Another thing that I kind of forgot, and like, this really depends on like who you are and what you do, etc., but school supplies. You'd think that that would be the first thing that I'd think of. You're going to university, so obviously you need school supplies. But the thing was, right, you go to university, and I was just used to typing notes on my laptop, but then over the year, and that's one thing that I learned, and I probably put that in a new video, over the year I realized, you know, I started to need to write notes. I needed to start using my highlighters and all that kind of jazz, and I had no school supplies. And then so often you are rushing off to the shop to buy your school supplies before the lecture, you know, and you don't want to be there in that panics mood. So make sure that you do go and get your school supplies. But that's something you can leave to when you get to university. You know you're going to see a Ryman or a WH Smith or some kind of corner shop selling school supplies. Even your Tesco's and your Sainsbury's, you know that they're going to be selling school supplies. So wait until you get there. Another thing which is really handy and helpful, but again depends on where you go, is door wedges. Door wedges are a great way, and they're such a cliche, but they definitely are, and it's something that you notice even just outside. When you keep your door open, people feel inclined to come in and they feel welcome to come in. And so do that at university. At Salisbury Court you couldn't really do that because the doors were really heavy and they were fire doors, I think, but probably get a wooden one so it's a bit more sturdy and strong so that you can hold them doors open. But I tried whenever I could to like keep my doors open and possible, or go into the kitchen as much as we could, just because you want to be as open and welcome as possible, especially during Freshers Week. One thing that we usually forget, I forgot, our laundry racks, yo. Oh my gosh, I learned this the hard way. So I went to the laundry room, I'd done my laundry, you know, I'd washed it and everything, and you know, sometimes even though like there's a dryer in the circuit, sometimes the dryer don't do it justice. Like sometimes these dryers try to finesse you though. So there was one time I used a dryer and my clothes didn't come out dry, they were still wet, and I was like, oh my god, and I'm not spending a whole £1 something again on a freaking dryer. So I took the clothes off, go to my room, and I was like, whoa, you don't even have a laundry rack. So what could I do? And I think you can see it in one of my vlogs, but I literally had to find any corner or something and just try to hook my clothes all over the room, and it was crazy. And yeah, it was something. I ended up using the dryer again, but like I said, I wouldn't have had to spend that money again if I had a laundry rack. So make sure you get one. You don't have to get a massive one. You can get, and that's again something you leave until you get to university, but make sure you get one. On the topic of laundry as well, don't forget your washing up detergents and all that stuff, because like I said, when I first went to wash, I was like, yo, I forgot my powder. So, you know, I had to rush off to Lidl and get some washing up powder. Another thing you're gonna need are your medicines, your paracetamols, your ibuprofens, your Lemsip teas, all that stuff. You're gonna need that. People, you do not understand. When you go to university, it is a breeding ground for sickness. So freshers flu is real, and I definitely felt sick like multiple times in a year. I would always call home, and now they'll be like, "What, yo, Haddy, you sound terrible. What's wrong?" And I'd be like, "I'm feeling sick." I'd just be lying down in bed. But then I have to be too lazy to go out and get me some like paracetamol and stuff like that. Even things like honey, ginger, lemon, make sure you've got them because they come in handy, especially in times when you're not feeling well. Ginger tea is magical. This really depends on who you are, right? But I definitely love snacking, and so I didn't realize how much how important snacks were to me. And so if like me you like to snack, make sure you get your snacks, because you'll be bare hungry and then you'll just be like, oh, but there's nothing to eat. Like, I don't want to make toast in the middle of the night. Do you get what I mean? Like, if there's a packet of crisps, I'm gonna eat my packet of crisps. But over the year, I'm getting better. You know, I was aware of my snacking, and obviously I chose to have healthier alternatives and stuff like that. But it's something that, you know, again, you probably miss, because at home you have the luxury of being able to go downstairs and, you know, if you're hungry, there's always food. That's the thing. When you're at home, there is always food. When you're at uni, there's never food. You open the fridge and you'll see food, but you can't touch the food because the food don't belong to you. It don't belong to you. Guys, so you are getting a little visit from future Haddy. Yes, I'm editing this video and realised that the video cut short because I didn't have enough storage on my iPhone to carry on recording. So I decided to come here and quickly finish the video for you guys. So The last item on the list are slides. Make sure you do not forget them. Get yourself a good pair. Get them Adidas, Puma, Nike ones, you name it. Get them and wear them religiously, because let me tell you one thing, them kitchens, shared kitchens, they can get real nasty and real disgusting. At Pre's especially, there was alcohol all over the floor. One time someone threw up on our kitchen floor, and I'm not walking barefoot into that disgusting mess. So make sure you've got them slides in handy, especially if you live in a shared bathroom and you're not really, you know, really want to walk around with them bare feet. Get that protection, guys. And on top of that as well, when you're running late for them lectures, whip on the socks, whip on the slides, and you're good to go. Don't worry about other people saying. If people ain't rocking slides, I don't know what's on their agenda. But I'm going to wrap things up. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in another video. Bye guys.